It's another beautiful day in paradise with
That's
my
right.
boy, Sam.
Yeah. Yes, Cody.
Yes. Welcome to episode 10
That's right.
of Roving Slant.
Dude, we should do that every time. We should say our names at the beginning.
Yeah, because now we've shed away.
We've come
cast off the skin. Yeah.
You're saying cast off, but I'm saying come out.
Yeah.
I prefer...
You've come out of the skin.
Yeah.
Your skin suit that you use to show your outward-facing self to everyone has been cast off.
I've never been human.
Speaking of people in skin suits, you just pointed out that I have a Hannah Montana DVD at the side here. And I wanted to mention, because I thought this was so bizarre, my girlfriend and I watched a lot of Hannah Montana. She wanted to show it to me because it was something she watched like growing up.
Yeah.
And I just want to briefly mention that it is one of the most concrete examples of how to fuck up raising a child, okay? Because not only did they take this girl going through puberty and being a teenager, they took her and put her on TV, which is already a bad misstep. Like, you don't want to grow up in that environment with this everything. I mean, just the fake relationships, everybody trying to use you. I mean, if you're the main star of a show, all the attention's on you. You can't mess up, essentially. So there's a lot of pressure, I imagine. I've never been on a star of a TV show, okay? So I don't know, but I'm guessing, okay? They not only did that to this poor girl, but on top of it, they made the story about her life, her hypothetical life that doesn't exist. Not only is it a hypothetical her that doesn't exist that's being written by a team of people to claim it's her, but she's also like she's also has another personality that's a rich celebrity that she's hiding from everyone else. Damn. So you have this girl that is pretending to be a girl she's not, which is just basically written by every scriptwriter ever. And then she has to pretend to be somebody she's not twice. And then she has to do this whole show with her father in this fake family. And is also parodying reality, because in reality she's a girl that is a celebrity and is trying to live a normal life. But the show is fake and it's not her real reality as she's trying to live a normal life being a celebrity. So she has a life where she is a celebrity. And then she has a TV life where she is a celebrity. On top of it. I bet you any psychoanalyst could sit down, watch this show from start to finish, and draw the most crazy, comprehensive character profile of breaking down the neurons in this girl's brain. Miley Cyrus, I'm sorry you had to go through that. It was horrible.
Well, you could say that she didn't have the best of both worlds.
That's actually a really good joke.
I thought of that while, like, right at the beginning.
You know what? She didn't have the best of all three worlds. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my sister watched a lot of it growing up, and like we had to share the TV, and so it was, I've watched a lot of Hannah Montana.
Yeah, and you know, it is so bizarre. I just have to mention. Can you imagine your dad like telling you things in real life and then telling you to do things to your fake self in a TV show? Yeah. Like that's got to be just so confusing. Yeah.
I mean, they filmed a lot, too. Like, there's a lot of episodes, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, you know what else is good?
Yeah. I
mean, that's probably... I don't know. Is Hannah Montana even, like, good as a TV show?
You know what? Watching it back recently, a lot of it was funny. There are moments that are funny, but it's more funny in that, like, psychopathic way. Of this is what's happening... And all in this, like, just looking at her older brother and being like, that's actually like a 35-year-old man.
Yeah.
That's playing her, like, older teenage brother. Jesus. And then just all the shenanigans. And then considering them from the perspective of, oh my God, this is a normal teenage girl trying to live a normal teenage life, but she has to live this fake life.
Jesus,
on top of it, so.
Well, I mean... If you want a better, like, childhood show, Drake and Josh is actually really funny.
You know what? I haven't watched enough of that. I really don't know.
Oh. Me and my fiance watched all of that.
Yeah. How was it?
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's legitimately actually funny. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'm not very good at these kind of things. But I was laughing normally. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've advertised 2 shows.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we should open... the premise for what do you want to talk about?
Okay, well, you finished Worm Pill.
I did. Yeah, we have to start with that, right?
Yeah, that's. I don't know where else we would go. We talked about it so much.
I did the 17-day Scram Parasite Cleanse.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? I had a few revelations. First one of which, I really don't think the activated charcoal caused my bloody stool.
Okay.
I think it was something else. I think a lot of the problems that I had with insomnia could have been the wormwood and all of the stuff in the pills, but I think more likely it's probably the caffeine withdrawal, because that's something your brain has to get used to,
yeah.
and I gave up caffeine right before it. So I don't think that helped. As for the results of the wormwood cleanse, everything, I would say that overall, I now recognize the power of having a gut microbiome because I've single-handedly nuked it for 17 days and completely destroyed it.
Damn.
And I felt like after the cleanse, my mood was just down, like completely down.
Yeah.
And I could recognize that I wasn't actually in a sad moment or depressed or anything, but I felt like that.
Okay.
And it's just because I completely destroyed every bacteria in my gut biome. So after I've been drinking some more probiotic tea and introducing more bacteria through, apparently you repair it through like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. Perfect. Eat that almost every day over the course. And I'll probably get some more probiotics to eat as well.
I'm telling you, man, sauerkraut.
Yeah, sauerkraut, cabbage, all that stuff. Yeah, I need to eat more of that just to build it back up. Yeah. I would say, if anything, this has taught me the importance of that. I would say that I do feel more clear-headed, but that could also be, the caffeine. I feel the caffeine was contributing to a lot of anxiety for me, as well as, while it did give me the ability to focus in certain moments, I feel at like a baseline. I feel almost normal. I'm getting back to normal, and I expect that my body, after adjusting over the next couple of weeks, will be even above what I was before.
Gotcha.
So I would say that the overall effect has been positive. I did also notice weird stuff in my stool near the end couple days that was different from every other thing that I've seen.
Gotcha.
It didn't look normal. It looked really strange. But I couldn't identify any of those things as just parasites. It didn't seem like it. It just seemed like undigested food or... nuking my gut. Something came out of it that was trapped. I really don't know.
Stomach lining.
Yeah, maybe I just the blood that came with it. I don't know. So I think that's basically it for me. So how many days did you do? What was your experience?
I'm still doing it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm on. I think I lost track of the days. I'm just because you just finished the bottle and it's done. Yeah. Right. So
150 pills down.
Yeah. So I think I'm probably on day like 10 or 12.
Okay.
I literally noticed nothing.
Yeah.
I will be completely on. Like, day 1, I thought I felt something.
Yeah.
And then it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Day 2, I'm like, I'm going to feel something with more pills. No, nothing. Okay, I get to the 10-pill day, and I'm like, something's got to happen. I literally feel no change.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Nothing has changed, like, getting rid of your gut biome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that happened to me.
Wow.
I feel fine.
For me, I did feel significantly very depressed near the end of it.
I'm fine right now. To me, I noticed that my mood depends on the sunshine outside, and today was a nice day. I'm feeling great.
Hey, that's good. Honestly, if your mood depends on that, that's probably better.
Let me tell you though, yesterday it snowed.
Yeah.
Terrible. I felt terrible yesterday. I was depressed.
Yeah.
And didn't want to do anything yesterday. But today we're feeling good.
Well, you were also outside, right?
I was outside.
Well,
that's what does it.
I think we actually have a sponsor for this video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, tell me about our precious sponsor.
Yeah, so we're going to do a commercial break here. Are you depressed, lethargic, have no willpower to do anything, even the things you like?
Yeah.
Do you question the purpose of your existence whilst you spend every waking second of your time doing meaningless things in a concrete prison you call home that just serves to distract and trick your brain into producing ersatz ephemeral pleasure chemicals that never allow you to feel the value of contentment through delayed gratification?
Yeah, I play Among Us.
Well, you might be suffering from a lack of vitamin D. That's right, Daddy's son needs a little one-on-one with you. Go outside, naked, take in the D, be brave, leave the cave, caveman. This message was brought to you and sponsored by the sun god, Mithra.
Wow. Thanks, Mithra.
Yeah. So you were saying?
Damn. Wow. I didn't see that coming.
No.
That was
so
intense.
maybe you just need vitamin D.
I know I do.
Have you taken a supplement for it at all?
I have, yeah. I mean, it's in my multivitamin, but that doesn't do it. It has to be skin.
You know, I was debating on getting one of those sun therapy lights. They're called Happy Light. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they work for you at all?
It works in the winter. In the winter, when you don't, there's, freaking 6 hours of sunlight.
Yeah.
Sitting in my cave, I can turn that on, and it feels like it's still daylight out, even though it's, pitch black outside. It feels great.
And do you feel the happiness benefits of the sun as well?
Slightly. Mm-hmm. I feel, if anything, it gives me more energy.
Yeah.
I just feel like, oh, hey, there's still daylight. It's time for me to do more stuff, you know?
I might make the lamp I get in the office something like that.
Yeah.
Because I got to spend so much time in the gamer cave.
That's right.
Building games.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, they say don't put it, right in front of you. So I have mine behind me, and so the reflection off of whatever gives me the idea that it's still warm and sunny outside.
See, I was just going to put it under my desk and then just be naked.
That also works, yeah.
I mean, that's indirect, and, I don't feel like enough sunlight reaches those areas of me, so...
I mean, I don't think...
Because we have to wear clothes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today. Literally, I was thinking about this today. I guess I could start with... This morning, I went and floated.
Okay.
Right? I had a float sesh.
Yeah.
I just was like, I haven't done that in a long time. And I'm like, that sounds nice. Okay. I have some stuff going on right now. Okay. Right? I got... my grandpa had to go get a stent put in. Right? So not good. No bueno.
Yeah, no.
Right? It wasn't a main artery... but it was an important one. It was for his vision. So he would be just walking around, and then I guess the way he described it was kind of like a slit would be kind of coming in of black, right? So his eye, if you want to use a electricity type thing, his eye wasn't getting enough power.
Yeah,
right.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it was running out, and he couldn't see. So it's not a huge deal, but it can become one. And it's not blockage, it's just that the artery's shrinking.
Okay.
So it's not like he's eating bad, or, you know what I mean? He's fine. Yeah. It's just...
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with him. He's vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Point made.
So,
anyways,
continue. He's old
No.
as well. But anyway. So yeah.
This is confirmation bias.
Finally.
Finally.
So yeah. But anyway, so I was thinking about that. I got real sad in the float tank.
Okay.
Right? I was just sitting there. Oh, I think I told you whenever we went and did it the one time. Mm-hmm. I see stuff.
Yeah.
Usually.
So what visions did you see this time?
I've seen before. Well, so let me say what I've seen before.
Okay.
I've seen Abora Aurealis. I always screw that.
I know what you're talking about. I get it. I don't know
how do you say that? Yeah. Abora
I think
Aurealis.
You did it rice. I think you did it. I said rice.
Yeah, we did it rice. Yeah. No, I've seen that. I've seen a big deer.
Okay.
That was walking around and stuff. I've seen that before. This time it was a black cloud that was imagine vapor on a surface.
Okay.
So it was black on black, right? And you could just kind of see the surface, the reflection of whatever the black vapor was on the surface, just kind of moving around like a wallpaper or something for your computer.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. But then I got really sad because I'm like, oh man, my grandpa might die and all that junk. Mm-hmm. So that, I don't want to break the podcast down to sad talk because I'm good now.
Yeah.
He made it out of surgery. He went in surgery. Yeah. So anyways, I was thinking about that stuff. What was I going to talk about before?
Well, you were talking about going in the float tank and you were talking about what you see. So
Yeah, but I mean, that's all.
That's it? You saw the cloud this time?
Yeah, but there was something else just before that.
Okay.
People who are listening to this can literally rewind and be like, why are they so retarded? That's the worst part about this.
I was so focused on the symbolism of the stag and everything that I completely lost it too. I was just like, man, I gotta check my symbols book to see what the stag means. That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
And the cloud, there's gotta be something there.
I mean, it's two different ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I also saw flickering lights, but I usually see flickering light.
Mm-hmm.
It just
yeah, colors and stuff.
Not color. Right. Well, okay, so Bora Aurealis, yes, that was in color. The deer had green horns and was black and white, and then the black obviously wasn't any color there. And then the flashing light just is white, black, white, black, white, really fast.
Wow, that's very interesting.
It's really weird how, like, all of a sudden, like, my mind just goes like, hey, you want to see some stuff, right?
You know, I just started reading Jung's Archetypes of the Collective Unconscious, and he was talking about one of the archetypes is like the old wise man, and he gives an example of a story wherein there's two like wizards or like wise men or whatever, mages in cloaks, and the white wizard is wearing a black cloak, and the black wizard's wearing a white cloak, and that's supposed to symbolize this idea that there is good and evil, and there is evil and good, and they're both, it's kind of like the yin yang concept, essentially. Yeah. Like, they both manifest aspects of each other in themselves. Yeah. So it's not really just all white and black. It's white and black retain each element of each other in some sort of way. But that they manifest themselves to people in like various different forms, but usually in like white and black. And it seems interesting that the colors that you mentioned most often there were white and black. And I think
I think it's weird because like my brain, I think most stuff comes in black and white unless I force color. I think like the standard imagination thing comes in black.
You got like a '60s TV in your brain.
Yeah, and then I can hit the side of it, and then it changes the color. Yeah.
You just knee it. Fix the rabbit ears a little bit. Yeah.
Comes in color.
Yeah. So you did start this talking about the worm thing. Did you want to say anything else about the worm thing or vitamin D? Or
I don't believe that. Okay, so for me personally, there's a possibility that my gut biome is so aggressive and, protected. That the 10 wormwood pills I'm eating on the daily now does nothing other than like my body goes like, oh hey, sick, I love cloves.
Yeah,
because I love eating. I actually do like this is stupid and a little gross, but burping up the cloves afterwards.
It honestly, even taking the wormwood, it smells good. Yeah, it's like herbally. I might even just add wormwood tea to my normal rotation. I heard it's bitter, but I wouldn't mind taking it.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking into absinthe because I was just doing.
I have some with. If you want, I'll bring it in. Yeah, I bought it a long time ago.
Hallucinate.
Yeah, I've never had that with.
According to what I was reading online, you have to like distill it weird. Yeah. And then you have to like drink a ton of it.
I think you'd honestly have a higher chance of just eating enough wormwood to hallucinate because it's just the thujone content that is apparently the hallucinogenic in the wormwood. Yeah. And I know if you distill the wormwood, that's how you get a more higher effect of it. But
the only way to distill is with alcohol. Yeah. And you can't get rid of the alcohol without getting rid of the.
Yeah, I don't know enough about chemistry or science even to begin that process. So.
Is your absinthe green?
It is, yeah. It is.
Yeah, so it's real absinthe.
Yeah. Yeah, it even has Vincent van Gogh's portrait on it and everything. It was an expensive bottle, but I got it a long time ago. We were trying to just test it out because it looked so strange. Yeah. And it was we didn't know some of the history of it being banned in America for a very long time. Yeah. And then the ban was lifted, and then they had like websites where you could look to see where it was in your area. So we tried a couple places, found it, got it, and then tried it. And it's not bad. It just tastes a lot like licorice.
Yeah, it's bitter, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's like black licorice.
Yeah, it does. It basically just tastes like black licorice and alcohol, which is strange.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of black licorice. But, it's once you have alcohol and you drink it, you're like, oh, wow, that burns for 15 seconds. Yeah. And now I feel good.
Yeah, and now I'm entering Happy Town, baby.
Dude, it's like humans be like... Okay.
Oh man. Speaking of other things I like, we have another advertiser for today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here, let me get to it. Big men bringing you big wood. You buy wood, we bring the wood. We have hardwood, we have softwood, but mainly we have hardwood, unless softwood's your thing. Family business established in 1878. We've brung wood for a long time now. You need wood, we bring wood. Grandma needs wood, we bring wood. Your wife needs wood, we bring the wood.
That's right.
For a consultation and a discussion of the type of wood, how much wood, how hard the wood needs to be, and how long the wood needs to be brung, please call toll-free at 1-800-BIG-WOOD.
Wow, that was...
Yeah. we've got a lot of sponsors this episode.
Damn, dude.
I'm quite impressed.
That's pretty good.
It was after our so I just uploaded the cabin episode and then the episode following that, and all the sponsors poured into our Gmail. Yeah, it was like 30 minutes after I uploaded them. They're like, "Holy shit, your viewer engagement through the roof." Okay, everybody tuned in to watch this.
6 people?
Not only were people watching those episodes as they release, they were listening to them simultaneously. One in each ear, one in each earbud, okay? And they couldn't consume the content fast enough. The algorithm noticed, and boom, we sent all the emails.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, so, I mean, do we have a sample of this big wood?
Not yet, but I can get one. They're shipping it, but they have to listen to the backlog of podcast episodes first. They just wanted to send in the offer now, and we're supposed to get $5 for doing that ad read.
Oh. Wait, what happens when they listen to the old episodes? You're like, wait a second, what's this Ouroboros thing?
I think they're going to have a fan. They're going to be a fan of that episode. I mean, Big Wood,
Dude, I think
Ouroboros.
Are they trying to sell lumber?
Yeah.
So then why would they like the...
So recently, right after I finished the Wormwood detox, Parasite Cleanse, and got rid of the voice in my brain and killed it, I started taking an iodine supplement. Okay, so my multivitamin... So my multivitamin has iodine in it, but I didn't think it was enough, okay? And I've read that people that take an iodine supplement in dropper form get more vivid dreams, right?
Yeah, yeah. Isn't it like also like if you have schizophrenia, like you take iodine?
The basic. Okay, so this is just like the Parasite Cleanse. The logic makes sense. Okay, we only have iodine in our diet from salt. Yeah. Okay, it's barely anything. It's not enough iodine at all. Okay, iodine occurs in fish as well as in kelp. Okay, but fish that are corn-fed. I mean, fish only have the iodine because they eat kelp and algae and shit like that. Yeah. So if they're corn-fed and raised on a farm and they're not wild, they're not going to have any iodine in it. And by the time you cook it and get to that point, it's not going to be a lot of iodine, basically. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm still iodine deficient, and I don't really have dreams that often, ever. Like, it's usually like once every couple weeks, and only if I get woken up after I, like, just fall asleep for about enough to get into the REM sleep, usually. And even then, I don't remember everything. So I started taking it. I was like, I got my Lugol's iodine, and I started taking 2 drops a day, just right on my tongue and drinking water, okay? And bro, okay, so first off, it tastes kind of like chlorine. It kind of tastes like pool bleach or something like that. It's really weird. Maybe we'll have you take a drop on your tongue today, just to try it.
All right, I'm ready to dream.
Yeah, and after about 2 or 3 days of doing it, I have the most insane, long, vivid dreams I've ever had in my entire life.
That sounds great.
Not only do I remember just about every aspect of the dream, but I can, like, write it down, and it's so strange. It's bizarre to me. So today I didn't have any dreams, but, like, the day before and the day before that, I had multiple dreams, all of which I remembered, all of which I was able to write down. And they became... My dreams in the past seemed so scattered because I wasn't able to follow them at all. But now, since I have, not only do I have more vivid dreams, but because they're longer and I remember more aspects of them, even if it's illogical and, like, there's that borderline between, like, some of it makes sense and some of it's just senseless or whatever, it's all feels so personal. In a way. I used to have these crazy impersonal dreams that I didn't feel like meant anything. And now I have dreams about, like, relationships and, like, weird settings and scenarios with relationships with people and things like that. It isn't like the anthropomorphic alligator chasing me anymore. It's more like, holy shit, this girl that you cut out of your life made a 2-hour documentary about how much she hates you, and you need to react to that. Like, those
like YouTuber stuff?
Yeah, and every time I look at the time of the documentary, it changes because time doesn't work in a dream. I know that now when I'm conscious, but in there I'm like, damn, this is 50, damn, this is 30 minutes, damn, this is an hour and 30 minutes long. Like, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit, she's got this much bad stuff to say about me? Oh my fucking god.
Jesus.
And then, like, I get these revelations of, like, certain sentences of things that I I recognize as being incredibly powerful to me. At the end of that dream, I recognized that I cut her out of my life because she took advantage of my kindness and I was being trampled on. And so the last line before I woke up from the dream was, "You took advantage of my kindness." And so it's just things like that, like almost like weird revelations that I'm getting through these dreams. It's so strange. And then I'm pairing that with reading Carl Jung's Archetypes of the Collective Unconscious, and I'm starting to recognize some of the symbolism there, as well as my previous symbolism work with the tarot and reading the Book of Symbols and stuff.
Yeah.
So overall, bro, give me a couple months, baby. We're going to be sailing in symbolism. Jesus. I might be able to enter into the unconscious and marry those together and defeat the anima that exists within me. I don't know. Wow. I got 10 years to do it before it's set in stone. We'll see.
So, speaking of dreams, I actually had one without iodine that I remembered. Okay, so let me describe the setting.
Yeah, tell me.
Closed down mall. Okay. I walk in through like a shutter door, okay? I recognize myself that I am in a game. This is a game.
Okay.
I'm in a game. The mall is abandoned. I have to get out of the door, but the door is locked that I just came in, right? Okay? There are 3 robots that chase me around randomly, okay? My name happened to be Enrique. I don't know why. That was my name for the setting.
Okay. You're living a past life. That's what I'm getting.
That's it. Yeah. The robots in the past. One of the robots was a girl, right? Looked like a girl. The other robot was a boy with a hat. The last one was a big one that was kind of like a dad that sounded like Goofy.
Okay, so wait, can I get the type of hat? Was it a sombrero or was it...
No. It's just like a baseball cap.
Okay.
Blue.
Okay.
Blue baseball cap.
Okay.
I couldn't see the face of that
robot.
robot.
They like metal looking?
Sometimes.
Okay.
They kind of like morphed a little bit, right? So, but the last one sounded like Goofy, the dad bot.
Yeah, specifically
and
Goofy.
So he'd be like, Enrique! I can't do it. Goofy.
That was pretty good. I thought that was good. Yeah.
But imagine a scary Goofy.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah, constantly yelling Enrique. Like, he's always looking for me, and he's like, Enrique! Like, constantly.
You had like a Five Nights at Freddy's with robots.
Exactly this is pretty much what it is. So he would, Goofy bot would yell out my name like almost all the time. That was his like behavior or whatever you want to call it. The girl would just kind of like see me and then run. Like if you use the Pac-Man ghost, the girl was like the red ghost where she just chases you directly, right? The boy was like he just would kind of follow from a distance and try to cut me off, while Enrique Goofy bot would just, I don't even know where he was at, but I knew he was there somewhere and he was yelling for me. All right. I was kind of running around the mall. I eventually find a way out. And what I do is, you ever play like a really janky game that's like in Unity or whatever, and you run over stairs, and rather than going down the stairs, you kind of launch off of them? Yeah. I pulled that maneuver in my dream. I just kind of like ran and like just kind of like kept going at a weird angle down this escalator. The girl robot was right behind me. She was really close. And I dove through like, those closed things that you go in when you're a kid? I went through like a few of those. And then like as I grabbed the door, the girl grabs my shoulder and she's like, "I'm coming with you." And then like that was the end of the dream and I woke up and wrote it down.
That is kind of crazy. I feel like there's probably a lot of symbolism that I'm just not familiar with to find from that.
Is Goofy symbolism.
Yeah, Goofy symbolism. And think about it. Disney is the cold, unfeeling, hellish dictator. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. As robots are. Yeah. These robots, they don't have feelings. That's the difference between robots and humans, right? Yeah. They're a simulation of humanity, but they're fake. They're not real at all. And they're chasing you. Yeah. They're chasing you in an abandoned place, okay? Yeah. This abandoned place where you are playing somebody of Mexican descent, I'm assuming, for some reason. Yeah. And it's like not really reality, but it's also not really a video game. It's a mix between them. Yeah. Because you're fighting for your life. There is value in you running from them.
Needed to get out.
Yeah, there is fear. Yeah. So there's some sort of humanity in that.
Do you know what the really weird part is? Is like, you know how sometimes you have, like, if you have a nightmare, right? Your heart rate goes up and you wake up with you know what I mean? The whole time during this dream, I was not calm.
You're like a hero.
Yeah, somewhat. I was like, I gotta just keep my nerves and I got to just do this right.
Yeah.
I wasn't really running. I was kind of just like
it was like Pac-Man maneuvering around the ghost, right? You know they're AI.
yeah, well, I made that part was kind of but I mean, like, I know that the girl is literally just going to follow me whatever I do. So if I do something weird that she can't do that well, then I can get distance on her, right? So
yeah, you just run at diagonals and she runs orthogonally. Yeah, I get it.
Well, there was like a ladder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she can't get up that. They have
Yeah.
wheels for legs.
Yeah, joke's on you, bitch. And then she jumps up with rocket boots, and you're like, ah, shit.
But yeah. So Goofy yelling Enrique. I woke up and I thought I was saying Enrique in a goofy voice, but like I talked to my fiance and she's like, no.
Wow, that would have been even more interesting as well. I know. With the whole sleepwalking, sleep punching lamps thing going on too. Yeah. It is a very interesting dream. Very bizarre.
But I mean, like you're out here having real life.
Yeah, I always thought they were very nonsensical, but now I'm starting to attribute more meaning to them. The other thing I wanted to mention is they're not only like I guess the reason why I don't know if I mentioned the reason why iodine makes you dream more. Yeah. So essentially, your pineal gland in your brain, which produces like DMT and the stuff related to like dreams, I think even melatonin and some other hormones. That ionizes with bromide and fluoride. And fluoride you usually get from like water, just in city water and stuff, as well as toothpaste and all of that. And bromide is put in bread. I think it's for like a preservative or something like that. But it calcifies the pineal gland in your brain and prevents the hormones from coming out of the pineal gland because it ionizes together and like coagulates. And so iodine competes in the thyroid with like removing those things, I guess, for whatever reason.
Gotcha.
So the more iodine you have, the more uncalcified your pineal gland becomes, and the more that becomes uncalcified, the more realistic DMT, melatonin, better sleep, those sort of things come with it.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, so you want to do some DMT?
Yeah, all we gotta do is just do drops of iodine, baby. We're getting our DMT naturally.
Yeah. That's the weird part about that. Mm-hmm. About, like, I mean, we could just decide, but, like, DMT is a weird drug because it's something that already exists inside your head.
That's the same thing with the endocannabinoid receptors in your brain. Yeah. Like, essentially cannabis, they're there. It adheres to them in a way that it allows you to experience those highs. Yeah. So, and even it kind of goes over my head. I'll probably have to read the book like 3 or 4 times because it's just so, it's like borderline understandable, but then also so much information in such a short amount of time that it's hard to memorize all of it. It's like the book I'm reading. I'm reading Hacking the American Mind, which I believe that's what it's called. And it talks all about the brain, contentment, happiness, and what receptors in the brain are responsible for each of those things, how to manage dopamine, as well as like what things you're deficient in and why because of diets and other things like that. And it's all interesting information, and the last chapter I got to was that essentially we need to consume omega-3 fish oil. I don't know. Maybe I'll start that soon.
Yeah, I mean, like my dad's been taking that forever.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to help with like cholesterol and stuff.
It's supposed to help with everything, from what I mean, even just reading the book, he talks a lot about how we need healthy fats in our system. Honestly, I don't remember enough of it off the top of my head to tell you with all this dream shit and Carl Jung. It's the only thing I'm retaining from that book so far is dopamine, how it works. The difference between dopamine is pleasure, serotonin is contentment. We need more serotonin. If you continue to abuse dopamine, you lower your ability to have pleasure, and then you also you'll become an addict to pleasure because once receptors in your brain are overstimulated, if they don't downregulate properly, they just die. And things in the brain don't come back. They're just done. So if you fuck up all your receptors, you're gone. Like, you'll become an addict for the rest of your life. You can try to fight it, but those receptors are gone and done. You're going to have to figure out something. So, but anyways, I think this is probably good for another sponsor.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we had a lot. Okay, a lot of sponsors. Yeah. And I am on day 22 of NoFap. Okay.
Wow.
My balls are huge.
Really?
Okay. They're bigger than I've ever seen them before. Okay. And I think this is another thing that helps your balls get big. This product right here.
Yeah.
Do you feel weak and helpless? Did your wife suddenly lose respect for you? Do you feel the inability to conceive children due to low sperm count? If any of these describe you, you're suffering from a polyester nightmare. That's right. The plastic in your underwear is disrupting your endocrine system and shrinking your balls. With it, your masculine identity.
Wow.
Doctor, company-sponsored advertisement to sell product for problem presented. How am I ever going to solve this problem? 100% camel hair underwear. What was that? 100% camel hair underwear. You heard me right. Underwear so natural, so mind-bendingly itchy, it'll turn any Sigma into an Alpha Adonis just by the sheer willpower required to keep the underwear on alone. And we're giving you 2 for the price of 1. That's right. For the low price of $10, $10 US, taped in an envelope and mailed internationally to Zarife, Elifa, Kook, 1727, Absheron, Balloon, AZ1000, Azerbaijan. We'll mail you not 1, but 2 100% camel hair underwears straight to your waist. That's right. And with our peanuts to coconuts ball growth guarantee, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. This message was brought to you by Camel Hair Underwear, growing balls big and fair since the independence from the Transcaucasian Democratic Federative Republic in 1918. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to wear some... I'm wearing them right now.
You know, I haven't seen camel hair underwear, but... as I was thinking of more natural products for underwear, I remember a long time ago, somebody crocheted me a hat made out of camel hair, and it was the itchiest thing I've ever had in my entire life. So I can only imagine how much Chad growth is possible just by maintaining that mental clarity while trying not to itch yourself relentlessly.
Dude. Oh, I don't. Dude, I had a yak hair knit hat.
Oh my goodness.
That was a winter hat, and it was warm. It was really, really warm. But you couldn't wear it because it was just scratching your head. Like, it was not comfortable whatsoever.
I bet it was warm, but yeah, like you said, just...
I can't imagine camel hair.
It would probably be horrible.
I mean, like, Jesus.
Ugh.
Oh, God. Dude, so yeah, you got your balls swollen now?
Yeah, they're huge, bro. They're bigger than I've ever seen them. I think I could you could go to the baseball field and pitch a ball. And I could use my testicles, just stretch them down the lane, and it would literally look like a golf ball, or it would look like a baseball for several moments of time before it set in that they were still attached to me and just thrown outward towards the home base.
Jesus.
Honestly, literally, giga huge. I'm actually wondering how big they can get at this point. Do they get bigger over time? I haven't had any sort of wet dreams or anything like that. Really? But I'm kind of hoping it happens because with the vivid dreams of the iodine, it's going to be a weird experience.
Oh.
So I got 2 things going. I either got huge ball growth, okay, big potential, or I got the craziest wet dream for the next episode coming up. And as I increase the iodine, it's only going to get better.
I need more iodine.
Yeah, more iodine. Just get crazier and crazier. Jesus. Let's see it happen. So yeah, that was
Speaking of big balls.
Yeah.
I was watching a gorilla documentary.
Okay.
Dude, I never realized how much, like, they do have giant balls.
Yeah, but their dicks are small, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was like watching like this gorilla, like not a gorilla. It was just a monkey, or well, an ape. It was intelligent, so whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and like just like swing from trees, and like, man, they gotta not have the same stuff.
Yeah.
That
for
we
apes,
do.
for gorillas, it's No Nut November every day. bro. That's until they procreate. That's what it's like.
Yeah, but I mean, like, imagine like swinging from a tree.
Yeah, and then having those things. Yeah, you can
It gets in the
counterbalance
way.
with them, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad I switched to cotton underwear with how big my balls are right now.
Yeah,
Because
the
if I
chafing?
didn't, if I stuck with polyester, they would be so uncomfortable.
Jesus.
I would not have free flow. Like every time I walk now, the counterweight of my testicles swinging balances me in a different direction. I can feel the Earth's magnetism all in one holistically as my nuts swing as I walk. Jesus. Walking has taken on a whole new art for me.
I mean, like, what if, like, Olympic athletes, what if this is, like, a secret where they're like...
That's true.
My balls are a counterweight, and that's how I get so much speed.
Yeah, you want to talk about those jumpers, the people that do the farthest jumps? Yeah. All you gotta do is run. You gotta be a man, okay? Yeah. You gotta run as fast as you can to the end and do a quick hip thrust to get your balls off center, and then you just sonic spin all the way to the end because of it's constant. It's like a pendulum of Ouroboros flying and circling all in the same beautiful synergy, and harmoniously you land outside of the stadium because of how far that goes. Okay, the kinetic energy manifested from just that action is impossibly high, unlimited. Once they realize how to utilize the potential, there'll be no hydropower. It'll be nut power. You'll have two types of nut power. You'll have the big balls that swing, and then you'll have the literal ejaculation at light speed that literally turns the fan infinitely after being shot.
It starts the particle collider.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's the new nuclear bomb. They better watch out.
That's right. Damn, dude. Yeah. I was going to go on this tangent. Yeah. But we got to this topic in a weird way.
Speaking, okay. Do you have the tangent, or are you?
I mean, like, I can come back to it if you gotta.
I was gonna have a brief intermission, but you can do your tangent first.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let me just tell you, that ape thing, right? I was. I
forgot we were on.
Yeah, the apes. the apes, right? So the thing is, right? I was watching the documentary, and I look at it, and I'm like, man, they got their own society going on. Just like the cats.
It's a whole hierarchical society that exists just for these animals.
It is ridiculous how much you can watch them. You're like, oh, I do that kind of weird move with my hand sometimes.
I'm just as primitive as these.
I just have a little bit more IQ. Yeah. Or something.
This is also kind of funny. I was bringing this up when I was talking to my cousin, that the more the days progress for NoFap for me, I realize now I have the complete clarity that my battle is twofold. Okay, it's the higher intelligence aspect of myself that knows what I need to do to be better, to be successful. Yeah, and then it's the monkey brain that I deal with, that doesn't want to do anything, that just wants pleasure and comfort and doesn't, and it's the wrestling between those. Okay, it's literally like corralling a retarded child. That's in my head. Yeah. And every time I do things that are productive, I have to counterbalance it with things for the ape brain. Yeah, at the same time. So I do good in one aspect, but I can't keep that consistency up without pleasing the ape brain. Yeah. And
otherwise you'll relapse.
Yeah, otherwise not only relapse, but you'll just be incredibly unproductive for a long period of time, have no concentration at all. Like it has to be a progression of like your ape brain understands through higher intelligence eventually by having enough examples and empirical data that have been manifested in reality that what he's saying is incorrect, and that the higher brain actually knows what it's talking about. But you don't get that until eventually over time you accrue enough data and the sample size becomes so overwhelming that the ape brain literally has no argument at that point. Yeah. Basically.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is
compelling.
Yeah.
Speaking of sitting and watching things though,
yes.
Right? So you sat and watched this documentary.
Yeah.
Okay. And you watched it in your living room.
Sure.
Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny to consider that we call it the living room, but the thing you're doing isn't really living at all? Like, you're so sedentary while you do it that it can barely be considered living.
What if I told you that I played gin with my fiance while doing that?
Okay, then there's that aspect of it, right? Like, you're living, right? Yeah. But in some ways, you're not, because we're facing a TV you have the personal relationship. So I'd say, you in your case, you're not in the lazy boy. You're not just kicking back, eating sugar that you don't need because you don't need anywhere near that amount of energy, right?
Yeah.
But like this idea that we've replaced the hearth, the fireplace, the communal gathering spot for your family to sit around with something that literally deprives you of life is the most ironically hilarious thing in my eyes ever.
Yeah.
And then there's that concept of like being still is death, right? Like you have stillborns, okay? They're born dead. That they're still. It's not that they're deadborns, okay? They're called stillborns because they don't move. And that's the same thing you do when you like watch TV. And then they just throw at you all these people that are actually living. And you're sitting there, you're wasting your most valuable resource.
They're not really
time.
living. They're fake living on TV.
They're fake living on TV. Yeah, it's not even reality TV. And it's not even reality, right? Because even if the thing they're trying to parody is like a cheap version of reality, the reality that they're living in society isn't really reality either. No. It's just an artificial simulation of living. Like when we were in the cabin, that was closer to living. I mean, after a certain point, the gas would have ran out. You and me still got to pump our water, and we got to take those guns off the wall and the recurve bows and start hunting for stuff. If the snow came and we were stuck there for longer, we'd have to actually start hunting for food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had our truck, though.
Yeah, but if the truck was stuck and went off as you Mario Karted down that driveway and got stuck and flipped it over 5 times and squirrel shit on it, like that could potentially, if you drove over the proverbial banana peel that flipped your car,
that's right,
that rental, that we would have been, it would have been that hatchet. We would have been out there, you and me, trying to survive against the elements. Like probably only 30 miles from civilization, but we're not gonna walk.
Not even. But we're not. No, we'll just go to the cabin.
We'll just go to the cabin, hunt, drink Crown Royale, and and add more deer heads to the thing.
It's our own Crown Royale.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start with 100. It'll be 98 deer in both of us, and we start in the center, and then we run outwards. And then after the supply drops happen, the arena starts closing in, and if they go outside of it, they just insta die. Wow. And we have to all be the last man standing to get the chicken dinner, but it's actually a venison dinner.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dead deer.
There's a lot of it, and they fight back too because they got antlers.
Do they?
Yeah, and
I mean they have fear.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they would.
Yeah, they would. They'd kick ass.
I mean, they're not donkeys. So
yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. As well as we'd have to deal with, like, wildlife protection services as well. So they'd be like an alternate NPC happening while we're trying to gun down the deer as the outside is closing in. We actually just put a bunch of shock collars on the deer, so if they get outside the circle that's closing, they just insta-die by shock.
Do we also get?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to move into the circle.
Yeah.
This is where the deer have the advantage. If the circle is not in our favor, we're screwed.
Yeah, it's true.
Because we walk slow.
And physically, they're bigger than us, so they can push us out of the circle.
That's right.
And then
they just form a wall. The deer, they have the intelligence.
And then each you and I have to kill one of us, because it's the last one.
Oh, I thought we were doing duos.
No
duos?
We might drop as duos, but then there'll be like some sort of climax scene where like one of us betrays each other and then one of us realizes the true nature of reality is love, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like if we were gonna have a betrayal, right? Yeah. Like, we're both like shooting at deer, and then like I'm like I like turn around, and I like shoot, but I miss like your vital organs, and I hop on a deer and we like gallop off.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
the betrayal.
Yeah, and then you betray the deer by shooting it and eating it too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I get hungry.
It's like a double betray.
Yeah, I have zero honor.
Yeah,
zero trust.
No integrity.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's all for the game.
Whatever gets me to win.
Yeah, you don't follow any Bushido code. You're a warrior, a samurai that doesn't follow. You've lost your way.
I've never been the samurai.
You kick dirt in everyone's eyes.
I throw snow. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah.
I was also going to mention recently that one of the interesting illuminations from the Parasite Cleanse was that I didn't have any sugar, like, at all, basically throughout the entirety of it. I think I did it once, and then I had sugar from like bananas and pineapples, but that was nowhere near the concentrated, refined amount that you get from a dessert, right?
Yeah.
So just recently, Jane and I went to an ice cream shop, okay? And I got 2 scoops of ice cream because I was like, I haven't had ice cream in a while.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm going to try it. So I sat down and, dude, after being on the Parasite Cleanse and not having sugar even for a couple weeks, it felt like a drug. I started getting high every bite I took of this ice cream. Like, the effect of sugar was so overwhelming, I could feel all the dopamine in my brain, and it just kept rising and rising and rising and rising all the way up. And then, just like everything I've read, after about 30 minutes of bliss, happiness, I could have fucking took off all my clothes in that store and I wouldn't have cared about it.
Yeah.
Dude, the crash just all the way down. And then after the crash, like, just a pounding headache of just, it was so strange.
I mean, like, you just, you milked all the dopamine out of your system. Yeah. Now it's like, hey, good job, you found sugar. Yeah.
The dopamine's been just storing up and the receptors haven't been used for a while, and just eating that ice cream to its full climax of both scoops just completely exploded my brain for that temporary amount of time.
Damn.
It was kind of strange.
I've had a similar experience where I did keto for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And about at a week and a half, my body was like, you will die unless you get me a pasta bowl right now. I'm like, all right, we've had enough time on keto.
Yeah.
And I ate pasta, and I think I had a very similar...
Wow.
Like, I didn't really crash too bad, but yeah.
Just like your body adapting to the carbs and stuff again. And
it just is like,
finally. Yeah. That has to be very strange. I haven't done that yet, but I will do fasting, and I might try keto just to say I have.
Keto's kind of actually hard, though.
I
people have, like, because the thing is, you got to measure your ketones.
Yeah.
And be in ketosis for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really hard because if you don't eat or eat the wrong thing or eat too much or eat too little, everything screws it up seemingly. Mm. So everybody's got their own like weird like, I've been doing keto for years. This is how I measure my ketones. And like, it's all really hard.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like the accessibility is pretty difficult.
Yeah. I mean, like while I was doing it, I think I got to ketosis just because at the end I was extremely craving carbs. Mm-hmm. But there's a possibility that I never actually entered ketosis and I just ate more healthier and I didn't eat as much because there wasn't as much to eat, and so I just felt good from that.
Speaking of feeling good from that, like coping with food, I noticed when I got ice cream, okay, we live in a place in time where the government is so bad at making the roads not have potholes that we have literal ice cream flavors named after potholes. And I think it's to cope with the fact that the roads are so fucking bad consistently long enough that we have literal flavors of ice cream that give us dopamine rushes when we think about these concepts, because otherwise we would just be livid, enraged, and completely be unable to cope with the reality that our cars are getting fucked up every day by these shitty roads. Yeah. And our government does nothing about it. And everything they try to do about it is just move the money into other shit that doesn't matter.
Yep. Well, Yeah. What kind of ice cream did you get?
I think I got, like, it was called, like, two-way pothole ice cream. Something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, before I went on Worm Pill, I had some ice cream.
To build up the worms, right?
Yeah, that was at the time where I was like, I'm going to actually increase my sugar intake, see what happens. I had Oreo. Dude, every time I eat ice cream now, and I could just be like lactose intolerant or something at some point, I don't know it. But it's always ice cream, or if I eat brownies or whatever, the next day I always feel like trash. It's never the day of, but I had some Oreo ice cream in. I think that was the worst I ever felt afterwards. But then the next time I had sugar, I was like, oh, there's no side effects anymore.
This is completely in the line of topic, but I didn't look it up for any particular reason that you're thinking I was curious if you could buy breast milk, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I found that they don't sell it on Facebook Marketplace, but you can get it for like $2 a bottle on Craigslist. So maybe you just need to drink from some mommy milkers.
I mean, why? Why do I care about why do I want to drink cow milk for the rest of my life? I don't really care.
Maybe you don't even need cow milk.
I like cheese. Cheese tastes good.
And it doesn't mess you up.
It doesn't mess... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just... I really... Because if I drink high fructose corn syrup Coke...
Yeah.
I feel like trash. But if I have real sugar or Mexican, quotation marks, Coke...
Yeah.
I feel fine. I can drink that.
That is pretty interesting. I've noticed that any of the high fructose corn syrup does mess me up as well as if I eat ice cream, I get acne. I have like acne under my beard and stuff like that. Just from the ice cream I ate like 4 or 5 days ago.
Damn.
And it's just every time. So I'm just gonna not eat ice cream. I'm just gonna continue to eat good. Only eat shitty in moderation.
Do you know what's good? Like, if you want to not do... Italian ice is delicious. Shaved ice is also really good.
You know, I haven't had that in a while, but I do like the lemon Italian ice.
Gelato?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gelato, but it might be that. It's just like lemon Italian ice.
I think it is... I think that's gelato.
Okay, maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know. I think you can get... Because you can get raspberry and lemon gelato.
Okay.
So I think that could be it.
Yeah,
but,
that might be it.
Yeah, but you can't go to like Cold Stone or Dairy Queen because like they don't have anything
all milk
for you.
They've got milk in it, bro.
Yeah. So, but I think it's more so than the milk. I think for me, it's just sugar.
Yeah, that could be true too.
I've always been bad at sugar. Like my body just can't handle sugar. Like specifically high fructose corn syrup sugar.
I recognize that definitely because when I was reading Hacking the American Mind, they talk about how high fructose corn syrup is made up of like 50% glucose and 50% fructose, whereas like other sugars from certain things are majorly just glucose. So it might just be the fructose part of it that's giving you the problem.
Possibly, yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah, man. Speaking of other things good for you, we have another sponsor.
Oh, sick. I love learning.
Yeah. Are you feeling anxious?
Yes.
Touch grass.
Okay.
This message was sponsored by Gaia and Mithra.
Damn.
And then,
yeah.
I have here a musical beatbox interlude. And we're back. Sam and Cody at ALPHA 99.979 AM radio, which stands for Alpha Male Radio. Coming at you live. We're sitting in what feels like the blistering heat of the sun.
Hey Cody, how you doing this morning?
Awooga. Awooga, wooga. I'm feeling pretty good. Stocks are going down.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Oh, I'm scream coming. My money is being taken.
These are all just buttons. Like the garbage soundboard.
Half of it is just like dumb echoes. It's just random shit we fucking recorded in like not just middle of rush hour traffic. Fuck you, motherfucker!
Now time for the weather. Oh, I'm gonna come. Looks like it's gonna be raining.
Yeah.
Awooga.
God, it only gets worse. We have a bunch of cat and dog noises. I can't wait.
Anyways, let's go back to Stacy. I'm gonna come.
Yeah, if you guys thought that we weren't gonna get back to the penis and dick jokes, it's not gonna happen, bro.
We're back.
We are stunted mentally, emotionally.
I don't have enough iodine yet.
I feel like I'm living a childhood lifestyle, even though I'm 26.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
The inner spirit of me is young, and the old wise man in me grows stronger by the day.
I think, you know what? If there's anything to live by, my grandpa, right, he's always been like, yeah, just you're never old. If you never agree that you're old, you're not old.
It's true. It's the difference between psychological time and real time.
That's
baby.
right.
Your grandpa identified it. He figured it out.
He
looked through the Matrix, put on those fucking glasses, and took the red pill,
That's
baby.
right.
Grandpa doesn't believe in any of the bullshit. Now that he's got the fucking stent, he can see everything. No black slits, no fake illusions, no fucking shadows.
Nothing.
Grandpa sees reality for what it is, and it's a shit show.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Awooga!
It was just like a sound. That whole thing was a sound clip. Anyways, we got a caller coming in.
Oh, shit. How's the weather down there? In hell.
Anyways, caller, what did you want to call in about?
Well, lately, I'm just having trouble with everything in my life.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Everything my stock picks are failing. The money's inflating. The food shortage. I can't do it. We'll be back.
Blow your brains out.
2 boys, 1 answer. N-O, baby. Hit the man.
We have shows where we're not even actually present. It's just voice clips.
Honestly, the show at that point is just a hodgepodge of an AI shooting out clips that it thinks in rent. All the callers are real.
A caller calls in. It's like, my grandma died the other day. Oh, I'm gonna come.
It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? My grandma's dying. We have to go get the funeral set. We don't have the money for it. Oh shit, I'm gonna come.
Oh, Poppy,
It's a bear market, boys. It's a bear market. It's a bull run. Watch out. The candles are lowering. Candles are getting higher. Candles are going down. Blown out candles. It's getting dark in here. Darkness is happening. Awooga.
You ever think about how we're 2 guys in a room making radio noises?
Hey, man. It's the little things in life.
This
really is.
This is what matters. I mean, I got more subjects, but do we need them?
I think we should go to another subject.
Oh, okay. All right, so I got 2. What do you want? What do you want?
Which one? I mean, pick
I
number
didn't tell you either of them.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Awooga. Give me one.
So, all right, I went to the dentist recently, okay?
How was that? Yeah.
That was all right. Okay, but here's the thing, okay? I'm 26 now as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I used to have dental insurance through my parents because that's just how it works. I didn't get dental insurance for myself because I wanted to be cheap.
Okay.
Right? So I just got health insurance. And I'm like, I'll be covered until I get married later this year. And then I can go on my fiance's because she's got really good insurance.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So I just got like gap insurance. So no dental. But I'm like, I called. They told me like, it'd be like $130 for you to come in. Like, all right, fine. Then I can go after I get the insurance and it'll be free again. So I go there, get my teeth checked. I'm like, hopefully there's no cavities. And she's like, this one's starting to look like it's going to be a cavity. I'd like to fill it, but, your insurance and all that stuff. So basically I have one that's on my top right side of my mouth that's not working out too good. Yeah. Now, this brought me to this really sucky thing that, like, I never really thought about before in this way. You ever think about something that you do unconsciously that you now have to go back and change consciously to improve the way you were doing it before? Yeah. So, like, I was brushing my teeth and I'm like, oh, man, maybe I don't spend enough time in the top right part of my mouth. Mm-hmm. I need to now, rather than being a passenger of my body while it brushes its teeth, I now have to consciously go like, okay, all right, grab the toothbrush. Okay, now we first do that part, and then we can do the rest. I never really thought about it being that whatever, but essentially, I think I have the click remote now. And I had to stop, pause, and play at normal speed.
That's interesting, because that goes into the discussion of habits, right? Like, your brain the way it's described in the book I didn't read, but the 30-minute summary of that book was that, like, your brain is constantly trying to be as efficient as possible because it doesn't want to waste energy. Yeah. It's like a little bitch. Yeah. Okay? It's like, I need all the energy I can get. I'm not going to spend any more time thinking about this than I already do, right? Yeah. So what it does is it does chunking. It efficiently capsulates all this information into a subconscious routine, and you just do it. Yeah. Which is sort of like after you've been driving for many years, you just automatically stop at red lights. Yeah. You can't guarantee that all the time, obviously, but most of the time you subconsciously do it without actively thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I thought about stopping a car. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then brushing your teeth has become a subconscious routine. Yeah. And now you have to edit it by making it conscious again. Yeah. Choosing what you do, and you have to do that consciously for long enough to then make it another unconscious routine again. Yeah. Which is kind of crazy because, I don't know how long that process is going to take.
Yeah, no, I literally have been, since the dentist, which was like a week or two ago, I've been consciously brushing my teeth, and it sucks. Like, I'm like, this takes forever.
I've never been able to get my teeth brushing unconscious because if I eat wrong, if I eat a lot of like citrus stuff or very acidic things, I get canker sores. Yeah. And so I always have to be conscious of like what's in my mouth because I'm always like gonna hit it and then feel pain essentially. So I've always kind of just made toothbrushing a conscious exercise. Gotcha. I hope one day to have it unconscious, but if my girlfriend doesn't leave me when I go the baking soda routine, baby, then, we'll be improving.
You get coconut oil and baking soda.
Yeah, you can just do it with just baking soda, but it just apparently tastes bad.
Well, that's, peppermint, and I think if you do the coconut oil, it makes it into a paste. Yeah. And you can...
I heard you just use water in it, and it turns kind of into a paste.
I'm trying to make it better for you, and you're trying to make it worse.
Yeah, I want it to be worse. And the best thing is that now that I have the activated charcoal from the Parasite Cleanse, I can just open that up and use that charcoal to brush my teeth too.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what they write. They're like, oh, you can use this to get tougher, stiffer stool, or you can use it to brush your teeth. So it's a win-win.
Problem solved.
The other day, I ate quite a bit of pizza, which is uncharacteristic of me. Yeah. But I like pizza, certain types of pizza. Yeah. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I know now that I'm paying attention to all these things, I know my stool's going to be soft. So what if I take activated charcoal to make it stiffer?
Look at you,
then I save the aspect of just diarrhea, basically. And I know I can offset it now. Now my body and we're becoming connected. Wow. It's no longer, like you said, just a passenger in a vessel. Yeah. Right? I'm becoming interconnected with everything I do. As well as with the exercise routines as well. Yeah. Because now that I'm using my muscles more and more, like as I do that, I'm starting to create the conscious connection, and it's also becoming subconscious as the routine becomes lower and lower. Yeah, so.
Damn. Dude. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, another thing that's intense is we have one more advertisement.
Oh, I'm ready.
For today. And I think you're going to like this one as an avid TV watcher.
That's right.
This Sunday, 9 p.m. Western Time, Channel 4 is giving you the gift of sitting in your lazy boy, wasting more time whilst bloating the experience with more unskippable commercials that break the movie into a cheap, interrupted experience that leaves your brain more preoccupied with materialistic things that don't matter. That's right, it's movie night. We've got an A-star cast filled with look-alike Brad Pitt fighting CG mid-pandemic zombies, metaphorically just for the perception of you, of what we think of you, or some propaganda to field test what we're going to do to you as we boil this frog we call America. That's right. Look-alike Brad Pitt fighting hordes of think-alike useful zombies, rallying under science, a new religion we've replaced you with instead of God, infected with a virus. But he's not going to do it alone. No, he's got a little orange friend. I hate Mondays. That's right. Look-alike budget Brad Pitt and C.G. Garfield fight the sugar mainlining, thought-unthinking American zombies together in 90 minutes, coming to the living room for the price of your time and soul. Free of charge. God damn it, Shannon! Who wrote this fucking script? Bullshit! The public is gonna know exactly what's going on. I'm trying to keep this shit secret. I don't understand what you're. Give me the script writer. If his head isn't already up his ass, I'm gonna put his foot up his ass. It's bullshit. We are risking our lives. The front lines. Are you not wearing a mask? Just tell. Are you not wearing a mask? We're risking our lives on the front lines to waste more of these idiots' fucking time. And you think you can get a fresh breath of air and heal through natural immunity on Hollywood's payroll? Leave right fucking now, goddammit. We have an illusion to maintain. You're fired.
And this episode was brought to you by...
that advertisement was brought to you by Hollywood.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Hollywood. Yeah, how much did we get for that one?
They're paying us in NFTs.
Okay, alright, yeah, okay, good. Do we get any apes or just...
Yeah, it's like, it kind of looks like Garfield.
Is it just like the tail of Garfield?
It's like different pieces of him, and then they couldn't get the rights to him, so it's just like an orange cat. And then there's like various aspects of Monday thrown behind him in the background.
Oh god, that was wow. Yeah, they put that all in the script. Huh?
Yeah, I love that it felt so real. You know? For everything Hollywood does, that felt more real.
I mean, they gave us a sneak preview of the movie.
It's true. Yeah, I was really excited for it.
That was really good, yeah.
And we're going to be able to see it this Sunday, 9 p.m. Western Time.
I can't wait. I will be sitting in my Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
Eating Hot Pockets.
Yeah, I'm definitely giving my soul and my time to watch this.
Do you want to actually come over, bring your Lazy Boy?
Yeah.
And we'll both, put a divider in between so we can't see each other.
Yeah.
And then we'll both eat ice cream and only watch the movie or look at TikTok.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Actually, let's just go do that now. We'll get it prepped, and then we'll just spend all of our time sitting in the Lazy Boy until it happens. Because during our life, there's nothing important happening.
That's right.
Because we have nothing going on. Because we exist to consume.
Yeah.
And waste our time.
Kinscoom.
Yeah, to coom, too.
Yeah.
Oh, kuncoom.
Kinscoom.
Consume
yeah.
coom.
Kincoom.
Yeah.
Cancoom?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So anyways, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it was a cool sponsor. I never thought we'd get sponsored by Hollywood.
I know, right? We've been waiting for, 10 episodes?
Yeah, literally. We've been waiting for 10 episodes now to get sponsors. And finally, they just... After I uploaded those 2 episodes today...
Yeah.
Literally an hour before you came...
Yeah.
They all flew in.
They did.
Yeah. And you know what we still haven't got filled?
What?
Our mailbox has nothing in it.
I know.
Besides the advertisements.
Well, yeah.
But literally, we have no fans.
No mail.
No, none of them want to talk to us.
Jesus.
What do you think the cause of that is? That's right. If you have a question, rovingslant@gmail.com. Because we don't know what to talk about anymore. We're resorting to radio show noises, okay?
I'm going to come.
Yeah, literally. There's nothing going. He's coming nowhere, okay? I'm on day 22 of no cum.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need cum.
Yeah. The next episode, I'm just going to have to try to describe the size of my balls for 10 minutes instead of 1.
Yeah. I mean, do you have one of those tape measures that's oh yeah,
one of those Taylor ones.
Yeah, that's it.
That
Yeah.
they wrap around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that next time, and then maybe I'll weigh them too. But I'll get a volume measurement too. I'll get the beaker out. I'll put them in cold water, I'll put them in warm water, and then I'll take the average of both of those numbers to get the real number of the size of my testicles.
Well, that's very scientific of you.
Honestly, you gotta be scientific. If you don't have skepticism in the modern world, you're gonna get washed under, boy.
That's right.
Completely washed under.
You're gonna be you're not gonna see it coming from your lazy boy.
No, you're not.
That's right.
You're not gonna see it at all. They're gonna be outside your window. It's gonna be a riot, and you ain't gonna see it because you're gonna be too busy watching look-alike Brad Pitt and CG Garfield
And Garfeld.
Yeah, Garfeld.
Yeah.
On the TV.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just had an idea. Whenever you said NFT, I just had the best idea. We're going to make some NFTs. We're going to make some big money here. Okay, here's what we're doing. I don't know if you remember this. Back a long time ago, okay, this is something that I've heard like my dad talk about, right? You would see an ad in the magazine to like build this epic castle out of stickers.
Okay.
In a sticker book, okay? And it was like whenever they were really little. So you would order the sticker book. The sticker book was like, say, $2, and you'd get like 60 out of 100 stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then the only way to get the other ones was by buying like booster packs, essentially. And you would never get the ones that you needed. And so you had to have friends who also bought the booster packs so you could trade so you could build the damn thing. Yeah. So what we do is we do this with NFTs. It's an NFT that's made out of several NFTs. You give people like 5 pieces of the 20-piece puzzle for free, and then they can buy booster packs of NFTs to try to complete their collection.
Honestly, if NFTs weren't literally a scam, this would be a great idea.
I think it's a great idea, even though they are a scam.
Here's what I'm going to pose.
Yeah.
What if we just do the sticker thing?
What
if we create a book of products that are all just like really easy products that are like paper that we make?
Yeah.
And people buy them as well as the sticker book. And then they have to get booster packs to get the rest of it. And if they get the castle, the full castle, then they get a real
NFT.
product. Yeah.
I was wondering where the NFT was coming in, and there it is. No.
I was trying to go from a digital world to a real world where we actually sell a sticker book.
Yeah, but I mean, how much... Okay, wait.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just start from the beginning.
Yeah.
You have a real sticker book. You start with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we mail someone a sticker book with not all the stickers in it. They have to trade or whatever, right? They get all their stickers. They provide proof that they have all the stickers. They give us the sticker book. We give them one NFT of 20 to complete a digital sticker book.
That sounds like a lot of hoops to jump through that I don't think anybody after listening to any of our podcasts would ever do.
All we would have to do, is all we have to do is just sell one of the completed NFTs for like $400. And so, oh, it looks like a booster pack's only 3. I'll just spend my money.
You know what? I have faith that our viewers, after us detailing the entire contents of our scam, are going to recognize it's a scam.
Yes. And if they don't, good for them.
It's true. Yeah.
Good for them.
You know what they're living life.
They're buying our merch. Our merch is NFTs.
Yeah, we need merch, bro. That's what we need.
Damn it. Dude, we didn't mention, but I ate clam chowder in a cup.
How was that?
That was delicious.
Yeah.
We just needed some kind of food talk, I feel like.
Well, I'll go get the iodine.
Oh, we want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
get you water.
Okay.
You just talk to him.
Yeah, that's fine. So you guys, I started describing last time what the room looks like, and now this is like a funny thing that's not really funny. I don't know. What do I talk about? Because, like, does anybody know where, like, the I'm gonna come thing came from? Because I just started saying it after hearing someone else say it, and I don't actually know where it came from. I think there's, like, an old video that was on, like, 4chan, like, a long time ago, that was a guy, he was having sex with a girl's amateur porn, all right? And the girl was like, oh, I don't have birth control. And as the guy was coming, she says that, and he goes, what? Wait, what? And then, He says that he didn't do that, but he actually did. So, anyways, the iodine is here. The whole thing?
No, just one drop.
Oh, okay. What would happen if I do it all?
Probably. Well, if you were taking magnesium, zinc, and selenium with it, it would be fine. But I think that might be too much to start with.
Ew. Yeah, it does taste like chlorine. Oh, I made it go back. But, oh, dude, that sucks.
It actually doesn't taste that bad. You did probably more than a drop.
Did I do the whole thing?
Oh,
I'm gonna come.
I think when you get home, you might just want to eat a plate of eggs. Maybe like 3 or 4 eggs.
Wait, let me see this. Let me see it really quick.
Yeah.
No. I think what I did is this. Okay, wait. Hopefully, if my theory is correct, if you go like this, okay.
Oh yeah, maybe that's.
And then we.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So I did do one drop.
Yeah. Okay.
I tipped it back,
Yeah.
and so it went into the
God,
part you can't see.
So funny. Yeah.
If I just glugged down some dude, that taste does not go away though.
It does after a while, but it does like burn your tongue a little bit, and then whatever.
I mean, my tongue's already burnt from the clam chowder.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Maybe you'll have more vivid dreams tonight.
Honestly,
yeah.
If that works, if it does give you more vivid dreams, that's a big selling point for me.
Honestly, yeah. I was surprised. I heard just about the calcification of the pineal gland, saw pictures of it, and then also the research that backs up that iodine naturally occurs mainly in algae and kelp, and how we eat literally none of it. But Japan has like the longest longevity of lives ever, and they eat the highest amount of iodine from their diet as well. As well as it does contribute to a whole host of other health benefits.
Yeah.
So
can you get that in pill form?
So the reason I chose the Lugol's or J. Crow's Lugol's solution is because it actually has 2 different types of iodine. It has potassium iodide and iodine. I don't know what the difference in effectiveness between pills and dropper is, but from everything I've seen, the dropper is more effective.
So, I wonder if I could put it in a coffee, like how that would taste.
Yeah, most people put it in like a drink, and then they just drink it.
Yeah, because I could drink, if I were to put it in this water, I could drink the water easily. Mm-hmm. But putting that on my tongue, the roof of my mouth feels weird now.
It's like, probably because you're iodine deficient, and it literally just soaks into you. It's like, holy shit, this guy's finally giving us the goddamn iodine.
What we need.
Yeah. I'm gonna come.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
I can feel it!
Did I ever tell you that I think... Okay, so I have a piece of metal in my mouth.
Okay.
I think we went over this before. I think I've said this before.
I think we have.
So stop me if it's...
No, just continue.
But I think sometimes I can hear radio signals.
I think you did mention that, but I don't know if you mentioned it on the podcast.
Well, so basically I have a metal retainer in my mouth that's permanent. It doesn't come out... Dude, that iodine feels weird.
It's going to feel even better if you have vivid dreams.
No. I think there is. Is there something with schizophrenia and iodine?
I think there is. Because schizophrenia is a problem with dopamine to the brain, I believe. And, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I'm not smart enough. I have no idea.
We could just...
I mean, I just make jokes about how big my balls are. You think I know the answer to that question? I'm not a fucking scientist. That's when we get big and we start having guests on and they tell us what to think.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, exactly. What was I talking about?
You were talking about your radio waves in your mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes it's really stupid and weird, but every so often if I tilt my head at just like the right angle, in the right place, in the right time, which this could all just be garbage, right? And I could just be schizophrenic. Okay. That's where that ties in.
Yeah.
I can hear like radio talk host or sometimes music. Sometimes, right? So, I don't know. I don't know if this has ever been reported on with people, because a lot of people have metal retainers in their mouth. Yeah, I don't know if like.
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about radio waves to tell you whether or not a piece of metal in your mouth will pick it up, but I'll fully believe it, dude.
I think.
Yeah, I could understand that happening from my low level of science knowledge that's only increasing by the day. Yeah. I think that's possible.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe you could try to turn your head to tune into a station.
The weird thing is that when I hear it, it's completely by chance. When I try to like focus on it a little bit more, it drifts away.
Wow. Do you think maybe that like you have a microchip in your head and they're trying to beam you like subliminal thoughts? And like the government is trying to make you think, like, do you think if you wore a tinfoil hat that it would prevent you from...
I'm ready to try it.
Yeah. I mean, anything, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the next episode we'll both wear tinfoil hats and we'll see if anything happens.
We'll get our iodine put on our tinfoil hats.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll take a big dose of iodine, 2 drops, and then...
a heroic dose of iodine.
And then, oh my god, we can do everything all at once. We'll do the iodine. We'll put on the tinfoil hats to prevent any interference, okay? And then you and I will both sleep. We'll do a sleep cast, okay? And then it'll be the type of sleep, though. Now, I read in Salvador Dali's 50 Secrets to Magic Craftsmanship, the way he made his paintings is what he recommended doing. He recommended sitting in the chair, okay? You hold a metal spoon in your hand with a plate right below that hand, okay? And then as you're falling asleep, but before you fully fall asleep, and right at the moment where you basically are unconscious, as you're thinking about what you want to draw, you will drop the spoon, fall asleep for just a brief second. The spoon will collide with the plate and wake you up, and you'll have all of the conscious recognition from that dream that you had without ever having the dream, and you won't feel sleepy at all.
Jesus.
So basically, and Henry Ford did that too. He also was known to do that when he was trying to come up with solutions for things. Except he didn't use a spoon and a plate. He just held a bunch of marbles in his hand, and then he would think about a problem he's trying to solve, and then because he's getting unconscious, the ability to think about a wider array of things becomes unlocked because he's not locked by the conscious constraints. The prison of consciousness, essentially. And he would drop all these marbles, wake up, and just immediately start writing on the whiteboard, basically. That's what I read. I don't know for sure.
That's quite the process.
Yeah.
I don't like this chlorine in my mouth.
Okay, well, you need it. So...
Apparently, dude.
Yeah, if it's lasting... It only lasts a couple seconds for me, so...
It's like on my tongue.
Do you want more?
Yeah, maybe if I knock it down a little bit.
Maybe if I just get a little bit more.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, because it made the roof of my roof of my mouth a little bit numb. So maybe I did take too much. I don't know.
I don't know, bro. If anything, if you're worried about it, just eat a few eggs. That's got zinc and I think it has magnesium. It definitely has sulfur in there, so that'll help.
Yeah, I would just take another multivitamin.
Okay, yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah.
I know my multivitamin has the zinc, magnesium, selenium, so I just take that and then I take the iodine right after it.
Well, you're probably used to the iodine, first of all.
Yeah, because it is in the pill. That's true. A little bit.
Well, I mean, you've also done
I've been doing
some
that for
of
about
those.
a week now,
Yeah, so I mean, like...
I just upped it to 3 drops. I don't know if I'm going to go further than that, but...
I think that there is, like, an amount of iodine you don't want to go past.
Yeah, some people, like, increase it over a long period of time, but I got to do more research. I'm just testing it because YOLO, right? I mean,
why not?
You know I'm 26 and I'm off medical insurance, so I might as well figure out all the homeopathic remedies right now, baby.
Jesus.
I'm going to become peak, whatever, best version of myself I can, I guess.
Yeah. You know what I'm fighting right now? I want to look up the symptoms of iodine poisoning.
There's no way that you took so much that you have to worry about it.
No, I know. It was like, what, half of an eyedropper?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, I think I've been meditating on this.
Okay.
I never used to really get anxious about anything. Mm-hmm. And then the anxiety came in once I became a homeowner, and I have, like, a wife and stuff. Like, all of that has slowly, like, peeled on. On top of, I used to live out in the country, and now I live in the city where there's other people, and I see other people all the time. Like, I don't want these people around me.
Yeah.
And I think for whatever reason, like, that adds a bit of anxiety because I'm like, oh, there's people around. I have to, like, lock. I have to make sure the door's locked. I got to make sure my car's locked. I got to, like, do all this other stuff. This is probably weird for people who live in the city their whole life. But when you live out in the country, I don't know if you did, but I never really locked doors my whole life growing up.
I remember that, like, being the case sometimes, but my parents were more about locking their doors and everything. They're yeah.
Even in their cars and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was kind of weird.
When I'm out at my house in the country, I don't bother with locking my car doors because it doesn't matter, like you said. But
yeah. Yeah, you're like, what, is someone going to come up my half-mile driveway?
Yeah, that box of Cheez-Its has been in my back seat for fucking 3 weeks now. Yeah, you're going to take that? Good luck, bro. Yeah, you want those random books I got from the bookstore that you're never going to have the time to read if you're probably stealing out of my car? There's no way.
That's right.
You want that panini press that I've left in there for 3 weeks that I haven't cleaned as well because I've just been too lazy to do it? Yeah. You want that jacket from last winter that's been in there since last winter?
That's right.
No.
You're going to miss a lot of these objects.
You know what? If anything, they're going to clean my car for me if they do. They steal from me.
Jesus. I actually found more subjects in my head.
Okay.
After the iodine,
it might be the clarity from the iodine that's giving you the ability to think clearly.
These walls are really nice.
Yeah.
Anyway. Hey, you ever have an out-of-body experience?
You know, I'm not sure. I really don't think so right at this moment. I've had moments when I meditate that I feel that crazy elevated, like...
Where you feel like you're just a few feet outside of yourself?
Maybe it is that. I'm not sure. It just feels like an overwhelming sensation that I cannot describe with words, essentially. Yeah. I've had that a few times.
Yeah. I understand what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. To me, it feels like levitation a little bit. Sometimes I'm outside of myself just by a little bit. Sometimes I don't feel myself at all. Does that...
I think I can understand that, yeah. After a certain point, after sitting in the same position, your hands in the same position for a while, you start to, go inward. And then eventually you just focus on your breathing in that one single point. And then you kind of, both simultaneously lose the feeling of yourself, like that sixth sense, the proprioception of being in the body, but also there's like a wholeness to it in a way, like an ocean of some sort. I'm not really sure how to describe it.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like for me.
Yeah, I kind of got that. So I got that today because I went and floated, right? But yeah,
I feel like we need that more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More. Yeah, I think it's really good for you to reset. Mm-hmm. Like I feel pretty damn good today, and that's how I started my day. Mm-hmm. Was floating, and kind of getting outside of my own daily. I think it just allows you to break apart from what you normally see and do to where it's like the only thing to do is think about stuff, and your mind has had things that it wanted to think about for a long time, but it hasn't been able to.
I understand that. Yeah. I do feel that there is so much external sensory stimulus that it almost feels impossible to escape from it unless you're meditating, unless you're retreating inward and focusing on the things that, you could call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it aligning your chakra or something, just to borrow the Eastern thought there you go. In some way. But you could also take a more cosmological, cosmic meaning of the planets aligning or something. I don't know. It does feel like a rewiring in a way. To go to robots for a second.
That's right.
It does. Since we're basically just shells of robots living in a simulation. That's right. Me and Sam. ALPHA.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come. What? Yeah, so I do really feel that there's that aspect of both meditative rewiring, restructuring, but also becoming more clear-headed, whereas you sort of just build up all this tar and residue from living in this constantly assaulting, hostile environment, hostile to inward reflection and moments of boredom and peace, essentially. That inner stillness you can't obtain anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, maybe we just need to build a float tank here. Maybe that's what I need to do.
You can kind of buy one. The issue with making your own is it's obviously easy to make a bathtub.
Yeah. And
fill it with Epsom salt. Yeah. The issue comes with filtering it.
Yeah, as well as getting that perfect temperature right, because you want it to be body temperature so that you.
Yeah, body temperature not only in water but also in the air. So you have to make it enclosed. Mm-hmm. So the real money comes in whenever you buy that filtering system that heats the water and checks the air and makes sure that the temperatures match, and then they have the ability to match it, essentially, right?
Tell you what, all that money that I could spend on that, I'm just going to take the money from our advertisers. We're going to go up to the cabin more often.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
Sounds good to me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I think, see, the issue is I could bring you up to the cabin during the summer and you could see how people used to live, and it's terrible.
I'm ready.
It's miserable.
We're going to do a summer miserable podcast.
It's literally like we wouldn't be able to sit in the cabin.
Yeah. That's what I think will make it a great... It'll be like a sweatshop sauna podcast.
We're gonna go to that river and we're just going. I'm diving right in.
You're getting parasites, and then we'll do our parasite cleanse.
There we go.
Right after, we'll go into the water.
Yeah.
Get all the parasites. Get the leeches on our legs.
That's right.
And then we'll get bitten by something. We won't know what because it'll leave shortly after.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna bandage us. We're gonna suck all the venom out of whatever that was of each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna bandage it up. We're going to trek all the way back to the cabin, and then we're going to sweat so much there's no way the toxins could ever be in our body because everything will just exit. We'll shrivel up like prunes, drink our wormwood tea, and then we'll go hydrate ourselves with big, giant jugs of distilled water that has no minerals, no nutrients, nothing. Just plain distilled water.
You don't want any of that groundwater?
Nothing.
Damn. You don't want iron in it? Wow, that's hardcore.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah.
And we can do the fast at the same time too. That might be good.
That would be torture. Just you're there to die.
To sweat, to reset, maybe.
I don't think you realize how many mosquitoes live there.
Honestly, there'd probably be so many mosquitoes that they'll just drop your blood and you won't be able to donate plasma.
Yeah, pretty much. Your money-making scheme gone.
Yeah, they're gonna hook you up with the machine. They're gonna be like, "Where's all this guy's blood, bro? What happened? You have a billion stings. You're just bumpy."
Sir, I think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, what happened? Did you? Oh, you also seem to have like a weird strain of a virus that's only transmitted from mosquitoes that bite horses. What's up with that? Are you okay?
But you know, yeah.
Well, is there anything you want to close this podcast out with?
Oh, I have something stupid, but I did want to say that, and I think I should. I don't know if I should say this on the podcast. I'll say it on the podcast.
Okay.
I don't know if next time we go to the cabin, okay.
Yeah.
If we were to bring our female companions, would that be a good idea?
I don't think so. You spent all this time telling me that we're gonna sweat and be eaten alive.
No,
by
not in the
mosquitoes.
summer.
Oh.
No. The
Honestly,
winter's better.
You know what? As far as, and this is just my assumption, so I'm not sure, but I think the things that we did. My girlfriend hates cold.
Yeah.
I don't think she can handle it.
I think.
I mean, she could handle it if she set her mind to it, but she's not gonna like that at all. I'm like primitive man. I want to go ooga booga. I want to break sticks and walk through the woods and get eaten alive by mosquitoes. That's not fun for her.
No, yeah, I same with my lady.
Yeah.
I think for whatever reason, I still think that at least my fiance, she would enjoy it for some reason. Some reason in my mind, there's like this little thing where it's like, she might.
You know, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try to convince my girlfriend, and we'll see. But you know what? Worst case scenario, just the boys up there.
I'm fine with that.
With our big ass swinging
I'm
balls, baby.
like, yeah, man. I've been on 47 days of no fap.
120 days, no fap. I gotta drag the balls in a separate suitcase just to get up here.
We needed a bigger truck.
Yeah, the truck, literally we were over the weight limit for the truck. In fact, we didn't have to worry about it slipping or sliding at all because of the weight of just the pure testosterone surging in between our legs.
Anyway, the last thing I was going to do is just, I took my lady out on a date.
Yeah, how was it?
It was great. Dude, prices, I'm going to be a boomer right now. I went to a place that we've gone to before, and it has decently fancy meals.
Yeah.
And there's like a chicken dish.
Okay.
And the chicken dish, this is a moderately expensive place, $17 normally. Went there a couple days ago, $27.
Oh my goodness.
They just added $10.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
So yeah, that kind of sucked.
You know, I went recently to the movies, and we've been doing some other stuff around too for different ideas, like going to get tea and things like that for dates. And the prices have definitely increased. I mean, you think about you're paying like $4 to $5 just for tea. I mean, it's like the experience, but like, dude, all it is just hot water and a tea bag and a cup.
Yeah,
like, what
costs you pennies.
Yeah, I'm paying like $3 to $4 just for that or like $5 to $6 for 2 scoops of ice cream, bro. I can just go buy a whole thing of ice cream.
Yeah,
like alone. You serving me the ice cream isn't helping me at all. I could just get that myself.
Yeah. I mean, when did ice cream places become like, hey, we're just like the store stuff, except like, I don't know.
Yeah,
you
honestly,
can pay more.
I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think it used to be more of like I'll make you I will craft you a delicious thing.
Yeah.
But now it's mostly like, here's some hard ice cream.
Yeah, and you know, I understand, like you said, hard, the distinction there. If you have soft ice cream, like, most people aren't going to have soft, like,
I can't make soft serve. Yeah.
So, like, that makes sense to go, and it's usually cheaper because of that, because it's not, like, that high quality or whatever. But you're right. I've seen a lot of ice cream places that just literally sell by the scoop out of, like, a tub.
Yeah.
And they charge an upcharge on it.
It's like $5 for like, a scoop. It's like...
Yeah, joke's on them, because I'm going to become so sugar unaddicted that even just smelling sugar is going to make me high. So,
wow.
Fuck these people.
Damn, dude.
I don't give a shit.
I will warn you on the podcast before we end it, do not drink Coke.
Yeah,
you'll probably be like me. I feel so bad after a Coke.
Oh. Dude, the last thing I had was like A&W root beer, and that made me miserable for days. I'm not going to do
it. Is disgusting.
I'm going to avoid pop. Honestly, I don't even want to do ice cream anymore after that weird high and then crash. It was not good.
If you get something with fruit, you'll be okay. But yeah.
I'm just going to stick with my no sugar, only sugar from fruit, 100% cacao chocolate, and we'll be set.
You're good to go.
Yeah. It's the grind, baby. How to be modern alpha male. Well, just how to beat the healthcare system after 26. Fuck them. I'm gonna come.